Hey guys, what's going on? NGS back again for another video on this Saturday, January 7th, 2012. Yeah, I gotta get used to that. For anyone who's keeping track, the anime background PS3 theme of the day, or maybe of the video if I can get two up tonight, is Kaze no Stigma, available on DVD, Blu-ray, and now instant streaming via Netflix. Thank you Funimation once again for a great job. So, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware if you follow me on Twitter or are part of my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/NeoGameSpark, twitter.com/NeoGameSpark. Links will be below. That's the best way you guys can contact me, and I'll always be doing updates on, whatever the hell I feel like it, video games, anime stuff, just what's going on as far as that's concerned. As you guys were aware, I would be having some packages delivered over the next week or so because of the Boxing Day sales, all the events that were going on for all the online websites. The day after Christmas it's one of, like my friend Trent said it best, like people who complain about getting stuff on Christmas, like, oh, I only got money and all that stuff. Yeah, that $100 or $200 you get can go a long way the next day. I mean, honestly, the prices that they have slashed down like everything, and Right Stuff in particular. Their holiday sale was going on in addition to my Got Anime membership, so I was able to pick up a lot of manga really cheap, and it's been a while, so I sort of I went a bit overboard, but I stayed within the budget that I set for myself regarding manga. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 manga volumes from Right Stuff. And the total of all of it I'll reveal at the end, because I know some of you guys like to see what the entire total was, and the entire total for this was, oh my god! Yeah, so without further ado, let's begin with Blue Exorcist, or as it's known in Japanese, Aoi no Exorcist. As you guys were aware, a couple of videos back in that rambling video I did on Xenoblade, the anime rankings, I said that Blue Exorcist was my favorite anime. And since it was so good, I really felt like picking up the manga and seeing how it is on this end. Because it was sort of like an impulse buy, like, you know what, I want to get more Blue Exorcist, and it's been a while since I've seen the anime, so I picked up Volume 1 and Volume 2. I haven't started reading either of these. I know what the story is though, but I'll definitely get down to reading these at some point or another. But I'm really glad that I made the impulse, because like just looking at the cover art is very beautiful. It's not really your standard, this is licensed by Viz Media. You know how all the mangas have that certain like layout? Like Blue Exorcist, it's just all its own. It looks really cool. So, that. And as I'm sure you guys are all aware, I am a fan of Bakuman. Well, this isn't one of the pickups. I've had this since August. Last time I bought manga, I believe, was in August? It was around August. I started getting into Bakuman because of B-Dub, the Anime Master's recommendations. He just made it sound so good. And it's also written, and it's also storyboarded, or it's written and it's illustrated. There we go. Written and illustrated by the guys who did Death Note, Sugumi Oba and Takeshi Obata. So right there, definitely got some credibility on this is going to be a good series. And I read the first volume and I was instantly hooked. I just want to know what's going to happen next, because this dream is something that, could become a reality for some people out there. So I ended up picking up Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5, and Volume 6 of Bakuman. I made sure to grab all the volumes I could. I didn't want to get like all the ones that were available. I think 7 is out. I'm not sure. I don't really follow the release schedule for Bakuman. I just buy it when I see it. But all 4 of these, 5 of these volumes, I finished reading. Fuck, what happened? I put them in the wrong order. Okay, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I finished up reading Volume 2 on that. I was doing updates over Facebook on what part I was at and stuff, and very good manga volume. Just like more and more you learn about the manga industry in Japan, and it's a really good read. I recommend this for anybody who wants to know anything about self-publishing and how the industry is in Japan. And there are a lot of references to other titles, because this isn't like in a fictional world. This is very realistic. They're talking about notable publishers in Japan, and even right here, if you look closely on what he's holding, that's fucking Naruto right there. I forgot what manga volume, but that's Itachi and Sasuke. And then you got some You got some One Piece and some Bleach action, if you can see closer. So it's very realistic, and there's a lot of other cameos back here as well. I see like a whole section of Bleach. You know, I think I see some Hitman Reborn. But I definitely recommend Bakuman for anybody because it's just something that you've probably never read before. I know the anime, I think it finished up its first season, it's going second season. I know that Media Blasters started releasing the DVDs, so I'm going to pick those up eventually. I'm not really sure like right now because I'm going to wait for the box sets. You know, when I wait for the box sets, I actually go out and support it. I don't say, oh, the cover art sucks, you know. So, Bakuman, I might end up doing a review of Bakuman. I don't know, maybe like my first impressions or if you want to get into Bakuman. But dude, B-Dub, man, thank you so much for that freaking recommendation video, because if you didn't do that, I wouldn't be into this and I wouldn't be loving this. So, thanks, man. Go check out his channel below. Alright, and, you know, we're on the topic of Tsugumi Ohba and Takashi Obata. I picked up Death Note Volume 7 and Death Note Volume 8. Because I collected 5 and 6 over the summer, and I was just like getting back into my Death Note flow. I'm like, yeah, I want to see what happens next. But then like one day, I was going to buy them off Right Stuff, but they were on back order. So I'm like, oh man. So I was chilling in college one day, and I was on my phone, and I'm like, let me hit up Netflix, and to my surprise, they have all of Death Note there, so I was watching all of the subbed episodes. And currently in my cart, I'm waiting on the 2 Death Note box sets to go down in price, and then I'm going to get the movies on Blu-ray. But the manga, you know, because what I like about Death Note is the way that the anime is told and the way the manga is written, different events happen. I'll just say that. The ending is considerably, not entirely different, but there's a lot of differences between them that will make it worth your purchase of both the anime or manga, or to see them in another form, and especially the movies too. The movies I think also are great. They tell their own stories, but they still have the whole Death Note charm, or the whole Death Note type ending. So Death Note's Volume 7 and 8, definitely I recommend Death Note to anybody. It's like one of the top things. And also another great series is Monster. They have Monster on Netflix, so I've been watching a couple episodes of that, and that's where was the series all my life, I'll just say that. Death Note. Okay, and now this one, like, I don't even know what happened. This somehow got to my cart. It just slipped in there without me even knowing. It's just like, ah, da 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 da. It's like, hey, what are you doing here? I don't remember you from last night. So, you know, I started reading the series, you know, after completing the anime, and I was going to pick up more of the volumes, but when I saw that they were out of stock on number 2, and Adam, I think you know, Crazy Black Man 108, I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. There we go. Somehow number 3 just went to my cart, and that is of course Hitman Reborn. Because if you look for number 2, number 2 is sold out in almost every location. Amazon, it sometimes goes for $200. Right Stuff, it's not even listed there. So I was so bummed out, and you know, I didn't know what I was gonna do with this one, because it's like, you know, I don't want to read the scans online. But then, to my surprise, I went onto Google Shopper and I typed in Reborn Volume 2, and they had it at like some places for $5, and it was brand new. So I'm like, fuck, I should probably order that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on Volume 2, and this will just stay here. And then once Volume 2 comes, I'll read that, then I can finally get down to reading this. I still don't know how this got to my cart. It's like out of nowhere, I take it out of the box, I'm like, what are you doing here? Whoa. And I'm like, did I get a free manga? And I'm like, no, I paid for it. Ah, damn it. Alright, and the last 3 volumes are from one series. I had to get back on my Yu-Gi-Oh flow, so I picked up Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Volume 16, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Volume 17, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Volume 18. The Battle City arc is my favorite arc in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters series. It was just really good, just a lot of epic shit happened. And 4Kids didn't really fuck Battle City up as much as people think. I mean, when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! People say, oh, they fucked that show up royally, but really they didn't, you know, not as much as other series. I mean, you know, the way I go, it's like Pokemon was their least fucked up series, as you know, they did have the localization issues with the rice balls and all that junk, and they did edit out some scenes, but overall, it was pretty faithful. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Comes in a close second. They had to tone down the, you know, things, obviously, but it was still really enjoyable. It wasn't until they got to like GX where it started getting a bit corny, you know, with the dub. But I really did enjoy the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. I mean, it was like the parts they did right, they did right. It's like they didn't fuck around with the ending of the series. You know, they knew people were waiting for that, and I think they did a good job, albeit a bit too much epic music because there's like no silence in a 4Kids anime. But you know, they put their heart and soul into finishing up Yu-Gi-Oh, so I do give them props for that. It's like I can't entirely hate them for that because of what they did with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, out of all the anime that dubbed, I think those got the best treatment. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel 16, 17, 18, and I'm really surprised that this was one of the few volumes left that actually came with, you know, free Yu-Gi-Oh cards, how you would like buy just certain issues of Shonen Jump just because they came with it. And I got this one, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship. I stopped collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards like, man, back in 2006, you know, and I stopped playing, you know, I think around that time as well. It's because Yu-Gi-Oh sort of, it wasn't that I didn't like the game anymore, it's just that everybody around me didn't play it anymore. Yu-Gi-Oh was like the biggest thing to come to our school, and you know, consistently, ever since it was released, everybody was playing it, you know. Then after a while, everybody just stopped playing it, I don't know, and then after a while I tried to go on, but then I had like nobody to play with, so I was like, so I put my cards away, and then I started doing something else, but that's just the reason why I stopped. I did want to get back into it. I was actually going to around 2008, but then 5Ds came out, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Synchro Summoning? And yeah, it put me off from that. And then Zeal came out, and oh my god, that hair does not compute. So that's why, you know, when I got this guy, I think I have 2 of these cards. It wasn't really a big shock to me, because like when I got a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I was always happy that I would see the card, and I'm like, now it's just whatever, you know. But I guess that's just me growing up. So those were all the manga volumes I got from Right Stuff, you guys. If you're wondering what the entire total of it was, with the sale going on, and in addition to my God Anime membership, all 13 of these manga cost $55. Yeah, $55 for 13 manga, and most of these are like new, well, they're not all new releases, but some of these came out in 2011. I know most of the Bakuman that I got came out in 2011, and of course Blue Exorcist. So everything just like right there, 13 manga volumes for $55. I'm like, damn, man. So this is going to be my good old manga. I'm going to have a good time reading all of these for the next couple of weeks, you know, because I'm not going to finish all these in one go. If I do, quote me on it. You guys can expect another video right after this one. It's going to be a Blu-ray update, because I said I was going to do one. A Blu-ray / game update. You'll understand why later. So I guess that's it. I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.